name's Brian Bendall. I'm on the board up here at LaGrange College site. And I'm also going to be the voice that you hear in the video, kind of showing you around some of the things we have up here, telling you a little bit about the history. But I have been involved with this place for a number of years, recently very involved with it for the past 2. And what we're trying to do is grow LaGrange College, get more tourism up here, tell people about the lost city of LaGrange that is up here. And basically just remind people that this college was here and the people that were here did live and die their entire lives up here. So we don't want any of those people to be forgotten. So anytime you're in the area, please come up and see us. We'd be happy to have you. We're just showing just a real brief view of some of the many things that we have up here at LaGrange. Way off in the distance, you can see the white tower of the 360 Grill there in Florence, right about where the Tennessee River is. So you can imagine none of the trees were there, and back in the 1850s and 60s, none of this smog was here either. So it was clear sky. So you can imagine how clear everything was and how far away you could see from the top of the lookout tower on one of the main buildings. Right about in here, to the best of our knowledge, is where the main buildings of the LaGrange College campus stood. And they ranged anywhere from 40 by 80 to, on average, that was the 3 sides of the buildings, 4 stories tall. And you can imagine none of these trees were up here. None of the trees were in the valley. You can imagine the view. They've even talked about in some of the books and letters back home that they could see the winding Tennessee River from the top of the lookout tower on one of the main college buildings. There's the original, back of the original kitchen that was at the Oaks Plantation there in Spring Valley at the bottom of the mountain. But a lot of these buildings here were donated to us, and they came from Tuscaloosa County, and they were just part of a little farmstead. We got them up here, made them what they are. And you see the little bed and breakfast peeking around the corner back there. Somebody may be there today, so we're not gonna go in any detail on that, but we do have one. And then the UNA Observatory that they use up here sometimes is kind of setting off in the distance as well. But we have a couple of these little neat buildings up here to kind of get you in the mood when you're visiting us up here at the college. Okay, this is a survey map from 1944. A gentleman come up here and surveyed what was left of the college buildings. And he even says in his notes to the side that it was basically just piles of stick and rubble. But this is one of the only maps that we have that even indicated the town was up here, and it does have some home sites on there and some business sites as well. They're not original to the mountain, but this area does have a rich Native American history. And one of the stories about the area up here is that it was holy ground to, and don't quote me, could be Cherokee, could be Chickasaw, but as they were being ushered off by Jackson's troops, the Indian medicine man said, and I'm paraphrasing, said, "Beware, this mountain is of the spirit. What has been done to us will be done unto you." Piece of a gutter that was on the Oaks Plantation owned by Abraham Ricks, and it actually still stands. It's located in Spring Valley, Alabama. LaGrange Military Academy. A lot of people believe that it was a college that trained Confederate troops, and that's not the case. They trained soldiers. North or South did not matter to them. They were training military students. That is the Methodist church that was up here. It was torn down and sold in 1904, but that is the original church that stood up here at the town site, and it was the only picture that we have of a surviving LaGrange. Corner up there you can barely see right here. All right. Probably the most valuable item in our collection up here at the college. Those are original Civil War hand-knitted wool socks. And they're so brittle that we really won't even take them out. But they are original wool socks. This is a college degree. I think it's either the second or third awarded up here at the college. And the story behind it is, it was found under a bed in South Carolina. One of the relatives of the person that was awarded the degree found it, and she donated it to the college. That's how we get a lot of our artifacts up here. That's the bell that hung up in the tower that called everybody to class in the morning. There may be somebody pull up today and go, hey, this has been in my family for 100 years. I'm going to give it to the college. This is so they were, were a cadet at the college, and that's how we get a lot of this stuff.